I remember back when I entered high school, I wasn't really that social. I used to have those 2 or 3 friends, but I didn't really like the idea of actually speaking to new people. It's like I wanted to have more friends, but I didn't want to go through the discomfort that comes with doing it. I didn't really like starting conversations with people I didn't know. I didn't really like just talking to new people in general. It always felt a little bit awkward. Once I felt comfortable around that person, that's when I would start to do all of the funny shit, right? But it took a little bit to actually feel comfortable around new people, right? So throughout the majority of my first year in high school, I was kind of on my own. I had a few friends, but nothing besides that. But as I started to grow older and older, and as I started to develop more social skills, more confidence, more of everything really, as I just started to improve as a person, it's safe to say that right now, as I'm in 4th grade, which is the last year of high school, even though, and this is the best part, right? Whilst the majority of my school doesn't know about my channel, besides the few people here and there, right? I am still proud to say that I'm quite known, right? Now, I don't want this to be a brag because I don't want to come across as annoying, right? But let me give this example. When I'm out with my friends on the lunch break at school, my friends sometimes count the amount of times I'll be walking through the corridor and I'm like dabbing up a few people, starting conversations. It's almost funny. It's almost funny the amount of people I speak to on a 5-minute lunch break, right? And it's a skill. Just social skills as a whole is something that I believe you can genuinely improve. And the trait that we're going to talk about today is something that I believe is so easy to implement, yet the benefits of it are just so beautiful. It's probably the best way to call it, but let's just not sugarcoat that even further. And let's actually get to the point, right? Because I'm gonna teach you how to make people want to come back to you. I'm gonna turn you into a literal social magnet here, right? And probably the best way to explain it, we remember people. We remember people based on the experiences we had with those people. This is why, and I'm gonna give a harsh example here, this is why oftentimes guys can't stop thinking about the ex they had like 3 years ago, even though it's already over and they're never gonna get back to her. They still keep thinking about it. Even though they know in the back of their mind that this wasn't really the best person, right? Even though there was a little bit of drama and all that stuff. Random example, of course, but they know that they shouldn't be out that person, but they still miss that feeling that they experience around them. So are you missing the person or that feeling you felt? And as you realize just the amount of conversations and relationships in general that you already have that are purely based on this dynamic, once you are able to sort of bend the rules and start to use this to your advantage, trust me, speaking to people just becomes 20 times easier. Let's say you're meeting somebody new. As soon as you start with a positive setting, people are gonna go bonkers, right? Because who are you more likely to talk to? Let me give you 2 examples. Person A, person B. Person A is gonna be cold, unresponsive, right? You ask him how his day was, and he's like, good. What about yours? It's cold, it's awkward, nobody really vibes with that, right? Compare that to person B, where like you ask him about his day, it's like, yeah, that was pretty good. How about yours? Sounds kind of stupid when you do it on camera, but those were the exact same words, but the power, the energy that came out of these words carries a completely different value. And when you are able to actually form your sentences in a way which actually moves that person towards a more positive mood, once you're able to imply this positive setting, you will quickly realize that people are much more likely to open up. People are way more likely to actually be fluid while speaking to you. And you might probably be thinking, okay, Shredder, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? This sounds like basic social stuff. This sounds like something we already have in our minds. And you would be correct. But you would be surprised at how much stuff that you need to know you already have in your mind. But it's about the way that this information is persuaded onto you, the way it's implanted into your mind that actually makes you want to take action. So keep this in mind, my friend. As long as you imply a positive setting, like crack a joke, just be smiling and all that stuff, people are gonna want to come back to you. It's like oftentimes, okay, yeah, the thoughts were loading. I wasn't looking at the script, by the way. Oftentimes, I just got this example, right? Because even when I'm on the basketball court, it's like I know so many guys who I love playing with. Honestly, I've been playing basketball for a solid 2 years, and whilst I'm definitely not the best, right? It's like I know many guys who actually play on teams, and like it's always fun playing with them. But when we're not playing basketball, and this is just it's just us, the people, suddenly we're not really connected to each other. We're connected to the activity that pulls us together. This magnet that's in between, right? Which in this case is basketball. Once you are able to become that magnet, people are gonna come back to you. They can't help but to be around your presence, right? And the amount of people that I know at school, whether if that's from the gym, from the basketball court, from boxing, from even football games, whilst I'm shit at football, it's really big. Just because of the amount of times I've reached out to new people, right? And then there's the entire chain of how this guy knows this guy, and then he also has a friend who actually knows this guy, and the networking stretches even further and further. This is a powerful tool. Just overall being able to socialize with people and make them actually feel entertained around your presence. Not entertained in the sense of like you being the class clown and actually try to entertain them, right? Doing stupid shit. But with them actually being present around you and engaged in the conversation. Like you can actually tell when somebody wants to talk to you. Just don't act stupid here. You can often tell when a guy's just like very cold and like unresponsive. Sometimes he'll make like a let's say he's talking to somebody, right? And you're trying to talk to them. I'm speaking to somebody, and because I don't want to talk to you, I was just like, yeah. It's like I'm barely showing you any attention. Sometimes you can, like, the issue is that most of us aren't really aware of our surroundings. Like, we're too focused in the present moment that we're actually not paying attention to what's going on. This is why so many of these clearly obvious social clues are right underneath our eyes. We don't see them, right? It's because we're not even looking for them. As long as you actually start searching for these clues, it's gonna become 10 times easier. But for now, the most important tip from this entire video is to simply apply a positive setting. Game changing. Honestly, it is a game changer once you learn to use it right. People are gonna come back to you. You're literally gonna become a magnet to them, pulling these people into your life. And it's honestly fun. Nowadays, when I go to the gym, I sit there for a solid 3.5 fucking hours. People ask me why. What are you doing there for so long? It's like, yeah, I have a full body workout, which does take a lot of time, but the amount of time I spend just talking to people at the gym, it's amazing, right? Like, I have friends from my school, people I met at the gym. Like, I fuck with the employees there too. It's an amazing environment. And I created this myself. Simply with me going through the discomfort, right? Taking the first few steps on socializing and becoming not even known, just like more recognizable to these people, right? Becoming more present in their conversations. It became so much fun. I really wish the same thing had happened to you, right? But you have to take action. As long as you actually step outside of your bubble and you do the things that you're afraid of, that's when you make the most progress. Hope this video helped you out. If you want to talk to me directly and a beautiful community that actually understand what you're going through, join the Discord server. I need to start speaking a little bit slower because I can catch myself mumbling a lot in my videos, and that's not something we really want, right? Check out my cat. It's getting a little bit lazy, it's just laying down, just chilling. Comment the word cat. That would be pretty cool if you did that. That would boost the algorithm a lot. Just blah, blah, blah. I know you don't care either, right? But yeah, click the subscribe button, click all the videos if you want it. That would genuinely mean so much to me. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. So keep working, brother, and take care.